guys. Today we are going to read chew, swallow, squeeze, and churn. Okay. So we're going to review the functions and parts of the skeletal and muscular systems. We're going to ask and answer questions about the digestive system. We're going to demonstrate an understanding of the word digestion. And we're going to identify an image that represents the digestive system. Our vocabulary: digestion, esophagus, intestine, and stomach. So digestion is a noun, and it is the process your body uses to turn your food into things your body needs. Okay. Some people eat or drink certain things as part of their meals to help with digestion. Esophagus is also a noun, and it is a tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. So in this picture, you see there's the mouth, and here's the esophagus, and it's coming down, and then it'll go into the stomach, okay? He could feel the warm milk move down his esophagus. Intestine is also a noun, and it is part of the digestive system, and it is connected to the stomach, and it breaks down food into nutrients and waste. Food passes from your stomach into your small intestine. All right, so here is your stomach right there, right? And if this is your stomach, this must be your esophagus, right? And then there's your stomach, and then it's going to come into your intestines. Okay, and remember, your intestines break down your food into nutrients and waste. This is your stomach. Stomach is a noun, and your stomach is the organ in your body where food is partially digested. So not completely digested, just a little bit digested. And an example of using the word stomach would be, whereas humans only have one stomach, cows have 4. How crazy is that? 4 stomachs. That's a lot of stomachs. All right, let's do a little bit of review. So Dr. Wellbody, the rhyming pediatrician, is teaching you about several systems working within your bodies. Each system is made up of different organs or parts that do special jobs for the human body. The systems are all tied together in a network to keep the human body alive and healthy. What did you learn about the skeletal and muscular systems in the previous read-alouds? Like, what does the skeletal system do for the human body? What does it do? It supports us, right? It's our body's framework. So it supports us and keeps us from being just puddles of like skin and organs, which that would be weird. Now, can you name some of the bones that are in the skeletal system? Think about what's the one that what's the one that protects your brain? Your skull. What about the one that protects your heart and your lungs? Your ribs, right? And how about the one in the middle of your back? Your spine. I want you to give an example. Oh, never mind, I don't, because we just talked about that. What makes it possible for you to bend your body in different places? So, like, think about like your elbow or your knees. What are those things called? Your joints, okay? Remember, joints are where your bones connect and allow you to bend, right? What system works with the skeletal system to help you move your body? Your muscular system. Now, tendons are cords under the skin. And what two things do they join together? So tendons connect your what to your what? Tendons connect your muscles to your bones, right? And remember, you can control your voluntary muscles with your brain by thinking about it. Now, I want you to think of a time when you are using voluntary muscles. And I want you to share that with me. So pause the video and then tell me, and then unpause it. What about kicking a soccer ball? That's voluntary, right? Now, what is the most important muscle in your body that you need to keep working in order for you to live? Your heart, right? And it's involuntary, meaning it works on its own. You don't have to think about it. Now, how do the skeletal and muscular systems work together? Hmm? How do they work together? Your muscular system helps move your skeleton, right? All right. So, at the end of yesterday's read aloud, Dr. Wellbody gave you a clue about the system that you're going to be learning about today. In the previous read aloud, she said, "We'll have a lot to chew on." What do you think she meant? Let's see if you're right. We are going to talk about food and how food travels through your body. Today, we are going to learn about the digestive system. Okay. Liquids, we need to talk about this really quick. Liquids are wet substances that take the shape of the container they're in. So I have a couple of liquids, right? I've got my water, and my water, it doesn't really have a shape. So if I were to just pour my water out in the classroom, but I'm not going to do that because it would make a big mess, but it wouldn't really have a shape. It just takes the shape of whatever it's in, right? So its shape can change. And what's another liquid? Maybe something you dip your cookies in, like milk. And then solids are foods that are not liquids. So you could think of like broccoli or bread or cheese. Those are all solids, right? Okay. So our key vocabulary, remember, digestion, esophagus, intestine, and stomach. And we're going to listen for those words during our read aloud so that we can raise our hand, right? And then I also want you to listen carefully to find out how long you think it takes your body to process or digest food, okay? Because remember, the process of breaking food down into energy for your bodies is called digestion. And I want you to think about, like, how long do you think it takes your body to process or digest food? And I want you to see if your answer is right. Okay. What do you see in this picture? Are any of your favorite foods in this picture? Oh, I see one of my favorite foods. I love pizza and red bell peppers. Those are two of my favorite foods. Okay. Yum, a chicken burrito. I, Dr. Wellbody, the rhyming pediatrician, am feeling hungry. I think a chicken burrito would taste mighty good right about now. Healthy foods like chicken burritos, homemade pizza, apples, and carrots are extremely important to our bodies. We cannot live without food. Food is the fuel that gives us energy we need to stay alive, to walk, to talk, to think, and to breathe. The energy from food helps us stay warm. We use its energy even when we're sleeping. Food helps children grow. It helps us heal when we are hurt or sick. So, how do our bodies process or digest the food we eat? Your digestive system makes it all happen. Let's find out how it works. Remember, the digestive system is the group of organs that work together to help your body turn the food you eat into energy. Okay, I want you to do this quick check. A blank is a group of organs that work together to help the body. Did you say system? A system is a group of organs that work together to help the body. All right. Pretend that you just took a bite out of a cracker. What are you doing now? That's right. Chew. And while your teeth are crushing and chomping on the cracker, a liquid called saliva is helping to soften the food in your mouth and make it even mushier. Does anyone know another name for saliva? Spit. Once your food is good and mushy, it is time to swallow. When you do, the chewed up food goes into a tube that connects your mouth to your stomach. This tube is called your Esophagus. And I forgot to raise my hand for stomach. All right. In this picture, right here, this yellow tube, that is your esophagus. And this little orange thing, that's your stomach, okay? It is about half as long as your arm and about twice as wide as your thumb. So it's about half your arm. So take your arm. Your esophagus is about half of your arm. And it's as wide as your two thumbs. So if you take both of your thumbs and you stick both of your thumbs and you stick them together, that's about how wide your esophagus is, okay? The food doesn't just slide down it, though. There are muscles in your esophagus that squeeze the food along, the way you would squeeze toothpaste from a tube. From there, the food goes into your stomach. So hang on a second. You're telling me that my muscular system also helps me in my digestive system? How does it do that? That's right. The muscles push my food down my esophagus like that, right? Can you take your hands and go like this? And we're going to pretend that we're our esophagus and we're pushing our food down into our tummies. Okay. All right. Do you know where your stomach is? If you point to a spot a little over your belly button and then move your hand a little more to the left, you can feel your rib bones. So stand up, find your belly button. That's my belly button. And now I want you to move up a little bit. And then you're going to move your hand a little bit to the left, and you should be able to feel your ribs. Okay? So your stomach is there, partly behind your ribs. Your stomach is like a big bag or balloon, and it expands or gets bigger as it fills with food. Powerful muscles in your stomach squeeze the food and churn it around like clothes in a washing machine. So again, that's our muscular system helping our digestive system, right? Our muscular system is helping our organs in our digestive system move and mix that food, break that food down. At the same time, the stomach juices, a watery mixture made by your body, help turn the mushy food into liquid. Food stays in our stomach for about 3 to 4 hours. That's a long time. Digestion is happening while you work, play, and sleep. Remember, digestion is the process your body uses to turn your food into the things your body needs. Think about what you ate last. What did I eat last? Ooh, I had toast with avocado on it, and it was delicious. So your body is probably digesting what you had for breakfast or lunch. My body is digesting what I had for breakfast, okay? So every time you eat a meal, you swallow a little air. As your stomach churns the food, the air makes noises, sometimes called tummy rumblings. When the air passes back out through your mouth, sometimes with a loud noise, it is called belching or burping. Have you ever burped? I know I have. It is polite to say, "Excuse me," when you burp. Well, now you know that burping happens during digestion. So if you burp, you know that your body is digesting your food, okay? The liquid moves from your stomach a little bit at a time into a tube called the small intestine. Okay, and remember that's one of our vocabulary words, intestine. So your small intestine is this one right here, okay? Your small intestine is narrow, which means skinny, but it is very long, around 15 feet in all. Since you're probably only around 4 feet tall, how does your intestine, more than 3 times longer than you are tall, how does it fit inside of you? Because I'm about 5 feet tall. I'm a little bit taller than 5 feet. So if you took 3 Miss Van Werts and you stacked me if I stood on my head twice, so if there was 1 Miss Van Wert, 2 Miss Van Wert, 3 Miss Van Wert, that's how long your small intestine is. That's really big. So how does it fit inside of your body? Let's see. Oh, here's a hint. Think of a jump rope or a water hose that is not stretched out, but that is folded up. What do you think? How do you think that small intestine is fitting? The answer is that your intestine is all coiled up or folded inside you, underneath your stomach. Food stays in the small intestine for about 6 hours. Oh, hang on, guys. So we know that our food stays in our tummies or in our stomachs for about 3 to 4 hours. So let's just say your food stays in your stomach for 4 hours, okay? If our food is in our stomach for 4 hours, and then it's in our small intestine for 6 hours, what's 4 hours plus 6 more hours? So we've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So 4 plus 6 makes 10, right? So far we're at 10 hours of digestion, and we haven't even gotten all the way done yet. So we know that it takes at least 10 hours. That's crazy. Okay, let's see how long. Okay, in the small intestine, all the good things from the liquid food get absorbed by or taken into your body. So the blood carries these nutrients and vitamins from the liquid food that's been digested around your body so they can give you energy, help you grow, and keep you healthy. Oh my goodness, look at this picture. Isn't that a silly picture? Here we go, listen up. But there are still some bits of food that aren't used up and that are left behind in the small intestine. These leftover bits are called waste. The waste gets pushed into your large intestine. Okay, so I'm gonna go back a second. So this was our small intestine, right? This one that goes around your small intestine, that is your large intestine, okay? So that's what we're talking about now. This is a tube like your small intestine, only shorter and wider. It is curled like an upside down U around your small intestine. Okay, and in this picture, this is your large intestine, the orange one. From there, the waste gets pushed out of your bottom where you go to the bathroom, or when you go to the bathroom. It may take 2 days for food to travel through your whole digestive system. What? 2 whole days? You mean I could still be digesting my breakfast or my lunch from yesterday? That's crazy. Oh, wow. And that is how the digestive system works. Here is my little rhyme about the digestive system. A healthy body needs good food. There really is no question. Your body gets the things it needs, just leave it to digestion. The next time we get together, I'll help you find out all about the most important muscle in your body. One that works all the time, but never gets tired. Do you know which muscle I'm talking about? We'll have to see. All right, guys, if you need to get up and get a wiggle break in really quick before we do our comprehension questions, go ahead and do that, and then come right back to me. Okay, so how long does it take your body to process or digest food? How long? About 2 whole days. Were your predictions correct? So earlier in the beginning, before I even started reading, I asked you how long you thought it would take. Was your idea right? So why do you need food? Why do we need food? Other than it just tastes yummy. Why do we need it? It provides the energy you need to stay alive and to grow. And how does food get carried to other parts of your body to provide the energy you need? Through your blood, right? So in your intestine, your small intestine, the nutrients get sent out into your bloodstream. And then because your heart is pumping your blood all throughout your body, your whole body is getting those nutrients. How do muscles help with digestion? Oh, remember, we put food in our mouth, and what are we doing? Put your hands on your face. Do you feel your muscles moving? When I'm chewing, I feel my muscles. And then remember, it goes into our esophagus, and our esophagus is going like this, squish, 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 down into our stomachs. And then our stomachs are going squish, 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 right? And then it goes into our intestine, and our intestines are going squish, 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 right? And then it goes into our large intestine. It's going squish, squish, squish. And then it goes out into the toilet, right? Okay. Now, are your stomach muscles voluntary or involuntary? Remember that voluntary means you're thinking about it, and involuntary means you are not thinking about it. Your stomach muscles are involuntary, okay? All right. Now, we're going to talk about the order, okay? So we're going to look at these pictures and it's going to help us a little bit. So we're looking at this picture and your food starts in your mouth, right? So point to your mouth. My food starts in my mouth and I'm chewing it up. I want you to repeat after me. My food starts in my mouth and I chew it up. Then my food travels through my esophagus. Okay. Into my stomach. In my stomach, my food gets turned to liquid and goes to my small intestine. In my small intestine, nutrients get pulled out and sent into my bloodstream. Then the waste goes through my large intestine and into the toilet. All right, now let's do a little bit of word work, okay? So in the read aloud, you heard digestion is happening while you work and play and sleep. I want you to say the word digestion with me. Digestion, okay? And I want you to say it however you would like to, in whatever way you want to say it, okay? Digestion is the process of breaking down food into a form that your body can use. Eating slowly and drinking lots of water is going to help make digestion easier. I want you to tell about one of the organs or fluids in your body that helps with the digestion of your food. Okay, and I want you to try to use the word digestion when you tell about it. So pause this video and you can either tell me or you can tell somebody at your house. You could tell a stuffy or one of your pets. So go ahead and do that. So what's the word we've been talking about? Digestion. Okay. So now we went over that. We're going to review our learning objectives. So we reviewed the functions and parts of skeletal and muscular systems. Yes, we did. We asked and answered questions about the digestive system. Yes, we did. Did we define and use the word digestion? Yes, we did. And in a minute, you're going to identify an image that represents or shows the digestive system. All right, guys, get started. See you later.